Holy crap, guys. Look at that. So Amazon reported earnings yesterday, and their stock went up like crazy initially when the numbers came out. It went from roughly 109, 110, or 110, 110, if I could even talk today, guys, all the way to 123 bucks. And then all of a sudden, when the earnings call started, this stock ended up collapsing, erasing all the gains. And now today, as the markets just closed 20 minutes ago, Amazon stock went down 4%. So in this video, we're going to break down Amazon, the charts, the earnings. We're going to go over what I'm doing. Am I buying? Am I selling? Am I holding? All that good stuff. So if you all find value, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moo because it is free money. And, well, who doesn't like free money? It's linked down below, guys, up to 15 stocks. And, of course, it also helps out the channel. All those links do. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So, again, earnings came out yesterday, and the second the earnings came out, this stock ended up going crazy, which for a company the size of Amazon, a move of 12%, that is massive, guys. That is just off the charts. And for this to go from going up 12% to then down 12% after the earnings call started, that's also a big move. That's a huge swing in market cap. And today the stock went down another 4%. So we closed at 110, shot to 123, went down to about 105 after the bell yesterday. Then today we closed at about 105. So again, all the gain was lost, and we have to break down why in this video. So overall, guys, if we're looking at the chart on the 4-hour time frame, this looks really bullish, right? We're above the moving averages. We have a golden cross. And with today's, or yesterday's really, pop after the bell, even though it got erased, again, today we went down 4%. It doesn't matter because with that move yesterday, we took the highs out from the beginning of February, being about 116.15. So the fact that we pierced through that high and we ran right through it, honestly, that's a very good sign overall for the bulls. And even though we pulled back and essentially now we're down about 15% from that aftermarket peak, let me see exactly how much we're down, from 123 down to about 105. 15%. Even though we're down big time from that pre-market or aftermarket high yesterday when the numbers came out, we're still holding the uptrend on this 4-hour chart. We're still above the 50 SMA. We're still above the 180 SMA. And you guys can see we're technically at a higher low still. I mean, are we not? Am I wrong? I mean, you guys can see it here. So even though we're collapsing, the trend is still holding, which is a very good sign overall for the bulls. So moving forward here in the very short term, let's see if now that we're oversold, let's see if buyers start to come in anywhere from, let's say, 102 to 105, between the 180 here and the 50 moving averages on the 4-hour chart. That's where I'm looking to see, again, if buyers come in. Now, if we do completely break that trend, if we see bears come in and push this thing through the 180 SMA, we start falling under $100. All right, at that point, well, it's not going to be a good sign at all for the bulls. But as of now, it's looking pretty decent for the bulls. But I'm still going to set my alert at $100. Mark is at or below, and we'll see where it ends up going from that point. And of course, guys, you may or may not know, I am long Amazon in multiple portfolios, in my Patreon portfolio, my private portfolios, right? Which, mind you, the Patreon portfolio, you can see all the moves I make. You get access to the Discord chat and the Patreon as well, plus more. Link down below. Shameless plug, guys. I'm still long. And actually, if this thing were to go under $100 into the 90s again, I would consider buying more shares, which we'll talk more about later in this video. So with that being said, guys, let me actually transition over here to the Safari tab, and we're not going to edit this video, guys. I'm tired of freaking editing and waiting for the the export process. Even though my edits are very simple, the export process takes about 15 minutes per video. So I'm just gonna one take it. If I stumble, if I mumble, it's all good. Bear with me, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in. So this is a lot to go over, which is why I'm probably gonna mumble and stumble a little bit. So bear with me, guys. So again, they did pretty well right off the bat. The stock ended up shooting. So net sales shooting up. Net sales ended up increasing by 9% to $127.4 billion in the first quarter, compared with $116 billion roughly in the first quarter of last year. So we're seeing some decent growth there. Net sales again increasing 9%. Not too bad. North America sales increased 11%. You guys can see here year over year to $76.9 billion, and international sales increased 1% year over year to $29.1 billion, or increased 9% excluding changes in foreign exchange rates. And AWS, which we're going to talk about now, increased by 16% year over year to $21.4 billion. As you guys can see, let me zoom in maybe a little bit more. And the main reason why Amazon stock's selling off, let's be honest, guys, is because of the slowing in growth of AWS, which is, one of the biggest growth engines of this business. And it went from, I think it was growing 50-60% year over year at one point. I mean, it definitely was. I forget exactly when, but it went from that and even more growth than that to now 16%. It is definitely slowing down, with more slowing in growth expected here over the next couple of quarters. We'll see how it actually ends up playing out. But overall, AWS segment sales increased 16%, which is decent, but not anywhere near what investors and traders out there are used to. Operating income increased to $4.8 billion in the first quarter. You guys can see right here, compared with $3.7 billion in the first quarter of last year, which is great. North America segment operating income was $0.9 billion, international was $1.2 billion, and AWS operating income was $5.1 billion. And net income for the company, guys, was $3.2 billion in the first quarter, or 31 cents per diluted share, compared with the loss of $3.8 billion or 38 cents per share in the first quarter of last year. So they actually did lose money last year for the quarter. I forgot about that, but that, of course, has been, it's now back in the green, which is good. And first quarter 2023 net income excludes, or rather includes, a pre-tax valuation loss of $0.5 billion included in non-operating expense from the common stock investment in Rivian, which I believe Amazon owns, I think 10%. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments, of Rivian. I think it's 10%. Operating cash flow increased 38% to $54.3 billion for the trailing 12 months, compared to 39.3 for the trailing 12 months ended last year. So that's a pretty nice increase, very, very nice increase. And free cash flow improved to an outflow of $3.3 billion for the trailing 12 months, compared with an outflow of $18.6 billion for the trailing 12 months. Again, no edits, guys. No edits in this video for the trailing 12 months ended March 31st, 2022. Let's come down here a little bit more and see other highlights. So continue to delight customers with convenient delivery options and broad selection. Nearly 26 million customers ordered items with same-day delivery in the quarter, an increase of 50% compared to last year. So, of course, customers, guys, out there, everybody's so used to now, I want my thing now, I want my products now, everything same day, and that's just increasing over time. I mean, I think Amazon, when they first started, right, wasn't it? Well, not when they first started, but they were delivering items in 2 days. In 2 days, that was considered fast shipping, right? Now it's 1 day, or went to 1 day. Now it's same day delivery. What's next? I mean, you're going to order something on Amazon and then a drone comes in and drops it through your window. Hey, that's probably next. I mean, at some point they are going, I think they weren't they actually talking about doing that? Drone delivery. That's probably in the future at some point. But I mean, this stuff is getting pretty nutty. It's getting very efficient, and that's just the way it is, guys, and probably how it's going to be, because when that's not something that you can take back, right? Think about it. If you're ordering on Amazon and you're used to getting things during the same day in 1 day, and then all of a sudden they start doing 3 days or 4 days, you can't go back on that. So it's only going to get more efficient, quicker. There's going to be more ways or more efficient ways to get the products and so forth. So this is a really long document now that I'm looking at it, guys, and without the edits, it's going to be hard going through all this stuff in a concise manner. But overall, guys, you got to realize, let me actually see if this is their where the heck's their balance sheet? Cash flows. I'm sure they have a great balance sheet. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's see if we can find it. But overall, the stock reversed all those gains because of the slowing growth of AWS, Amazon Web Services. That is, at the end of the day, what is really hurting the stock here. But for me, guys, as a long-term investor, I'm really good with that. I'm fine with the slowing growth for now because ultimately I think it could pick up later on down the road. And for me, guys, when the stock got to 123, I was like, oh man, I want to see it come down back under 100. I want to buy more shares. I haven't finished building out the position, and it looks like, well, I was granted my wish. Now we're getting back towards 100. It might go under $100 moving forward. I don't know where I'm going to be buying. That's where I'm planning on buying even more stock. So let's see here. Current liabilities, or what's the current assets looking like? Total current assets, $146 billion, with current liabilities being right around 155. So their current ratio is over a 1. That's great. And let's see how much cash they have here. Cash equivalents, right around $53 billion. So a ton of cash on their, and cash equivalents on their balance sheet. You can't complain about that. And again, a current ratio over 1. I'm loving it. So overall, guys, that's a quick little rundown on their earnings release. And you guys see how long this is. I mean, this has to be like 40, 50 pages. Maybe not that long. But either way, we don't have enough time to go over everything in this video. But we did cover some of the key financial highlights in the video, which really is what I wanted to do. And again, on the chart here, as you guys can see on the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour time frame, we're starting to break out. Well, we were at least after the bell yesterday. Now we've reversed that gain, but we're still holding trend, like I said. So let's see if buyers come in anywhere from 100 to maybe 105 to see to maybe get another pop on this stock. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Hit that subscribe button as well, and the like button if you guys haven't done so already. And don't forget to also get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo using that link down below. Listen, once you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock. If you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more stocks. And if you deposit at least $1,000, guys, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 15 free stocks. And if you don't like the Moomoo platform, which I think you will like it, but if you don't, there's a chance you don't like it, you can easily just withdraw all your money. You keep all the free stocks, and it also helps out the channel. It's a win-win scenario here, guys. You get some free money. It also helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys. As always, feel free to get 12 more stocks from Webull, link down below, and to check out my Patreon if you're interested. And with that being said, cheers, guys. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.